I have the speaker from the other, but I always want a picture. So
Lynette, just to confirm, who are the two we're
That's what I'm just looking for.
oh, okay.
Can't send it in an email, but I can.
I got 3 different copies of the resumes, but that's still, you know, who knows which guy it is, you know, it wasn't explained, I don't think.
That's what he explained to you.
It is Chris Lowe is the first one. And then Greg Sund, S-U-N-D.
Thanks, Ken.
Sure. I'm going to lock your door too, Lynette, so nobody starts traipsing up there while you're
Okay.
in the meeting.
Really, it's so that none of us run screaming from the room.
Yeah, trying to do something like that, maybe.
Hi there, Rich.
How you doing?
Great, thank you.
Are you in a different place, Rich? Your Nelson Mandela quote isn't behind your head.
Oh, just a different angle.
Ah, okay.
Just a different angle. Yeah, there's 150 kids running around on the other side of the window.
Talk about run screaming from the room. Yikes.
Yeah, I get to laugh more than anybody I know, though. That's pretty fun.
How many kids do you guys deal with like all together? Like, is 150 the total, or is that just today's section or your section or?
No, some kids come more often than others. Some come just like be on the 10 to 13 girls volleyball or soccer team we're doing, or some come, my teen leadership group meets at 7:30 tonight, and they're talking about doing a mural project with this community activist and the Denver police at a project that's just down the street from us. And then they're going to be doing working with Charles Schwab, doing a financial literacy clinic on the 15th since DPS is out of school. So they get to pick what they want for lunch that day and what they want to do for fun afterwards. Like we can go to since they're out of school, we can go to a matinee movie afterwards.
Cool.
So, yeah. So we get to dive into a little bit of everything. I got to take 17 kids to the Bronco game on Sunday. And
You
it's all
had
that,
to, huh?
it was all that teen leadership group. Shelby Harris, who's a defensive lineman, paid for the suite because
Wow.
those kids have been doing, they just did a bunch of goodie bags for 40 veterans. They're in a veterans home by the VA hospital, and they learn a lot of skills by serving others.
Cool.
Kids have a way of keeping you on your game too.
That's very true. There's somebody up here. Thank you.
Kind of reminds me of Rear Window.
I think Catherine's cleaning tonight, so.
Looks like.
But
Kids do okay with the Bronco game, Rich?
Oh, they behaved wonderfully, and I mean they were just spoiled. Let's face it. The suite had air conditioning, and they had like one of those automatic windows that you could open up if you want to hear the crowd. And they're watching, what do you call it? Red Zone before the game, and yeah, it was rough duty.
Awesome.
One of them goes, "Man, we're getting treated like rich people." I said, "Yeah, well, you make good enough choices, you might be able to afford one of these bad boys." I think that it's probably 25 grand a game.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wild.
it is pretty wild. When I was a kid, I would have never dreamed about even going to a game. Never mind about taking other kids.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Worried about paying for the hot dog.
Well,
My folks were not into football, but they were into baseball. But we went to the knothole games where it was
Yeah.
$1 to get in and you were up in the nosebleed section.
Oh, that's cool. Wow.
Hi there, Paul.
Mary's not able to get into the regular session.
Oh,
Rob hasn't texted me back, but
okay.
I think that's Mary. Mary, did you make it in?
She
I'm
did.
here.
All right.
Thank you. Now you see me, next time you won't. Made a movie like that.
All I'm getting is Rob's voicemail.
Okay, why don't we go ahead and get going then? He may have been detained at work.
Right.
So I would like to call the special meeting of the Board of Selectmen of the Town of Georgetown to order. It is Tuesday, October 5th, and it is 6:06 p.m. And we are meeting for the purpose of going into executive session to interview a couple of candidates for interim town administrator. So let me call roll first. I am Lynette Kelsey, police judge. Rob Connell is not here yet. Deanne Powell.
Here, Ward 1.
John Jennings
Here, Ward 2.
and Paul Hingen. You have to take your mute off.
I'm sorry, here, Ward 2.
Thanks. And Rich Barrows
Here, Ward 3.
and Mary Smith.
Present, Ward 3.
Okay. At this time, we should probably take the motion to go into executive session. John, do you have that? Instead, so because
I-
this, I guess let's talk just a little bit about whether we want to go back into the open meeting for purposes of taking any action, or the other wording that could be used is to adjourn. I further move to adjourn the board meeting at the conclusion of the executive session, and then we're done. Since we're not done with interviews, we could do that as well. What's everybody's preference?
The second makes more sense.
To me as well. Okay. So does that make sense,
Yeah, it's
John?
fine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I agree too.
All right. Very good.
Okay,
Let's go.
I'll make a motion. I move to go into executive session under CR 24-6-402, 4F and L for the purpose of interviewing candidates for the position of interim town administrator. I further move to adjourn the board meeting at the end of this session,
Of the executive session.
executive session.
Okay.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded to go into executive session. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Seeing none, motion is passed. And we'll go ahead and close this Zoom link down. And if you could go to your executive session link, that will reconvene as
Give
soon
me
as we
about
can get.
60 seconds.
Yep.
Or 120 seconds.
Okay. See you in a bit.